You probably weren't expecting this Batman, standing beneath a spotlight, on a stage, holding a violin instead of a weapon. No criminals to chase tonight, no darkness to dissolve. Just me and this instrument, and a story I've never spoken aloud. You see, before the cape, before the symbol, before Gotham even needed saving, I was just a boy in a small town called Newtown, Connecticut. My name wasn't whispered in fear or carved into alleyway legends. It was just Bruce. And I was 8 years old the day everything changed. I was in the second grade classroom across the hall, and my mother, her name was Grace Wayne, was teaching in room 12. She was the kind of teacher who sang while she passed out papers, who brought hot chocolate on snow days, and who wrote little notes in kids' lunchboxes when their parents forgot. She believed in every child. She believed in me. And that morning, the 14th of December, 2012, she kissed my forehead, told me I was her brave little star, and said she'd see me at 3 o'clock. But 3 o'clock never came. What came instead were sirens, screams, panic, and silence. That suffocating, terrifying silence that wraps itself around your chest and doesn't let go. The kind of silence that never leaves you. When they told me what happened, that a man with a gun had entered the school, that my mom had shielded her students with her own body, that she died trying to protect them, something inside me shattered. I remember staring at the wall in the principal's office, counting the holes in the acoustic tiles, just to stop myself from crying. I remember gripping her violin case in my lap, the one she used to bring to school for music hour. I didn't even know how to open it. I just held it like it might bring her back. The world went on. Reporters came, vigils were held, names were read, but I disappeared. I stopped talking, stopped smiling, I stopped being Bruce. I was too small to protect her, too slow to save her. And so, I promised myself I would never be too late again. That's when the training began. The sleepless nights, the discipline, the armor. People say I became Batman because of vengeance. But that's not true. I became Batman because of grief, because of love. Because I had to build something so strong that no bullet could pierce it, no fear could shake it, and no child would have to lose their mother the way I did. And yet, for all the cities I saved, all the criminals I stopped, there was one thing I couldn't do. I couldn't pick up her violin. It sat in my room for years, untouched, silent, a ghost. And then, one night after a mission that left me more broken than usual, I walked past it, and something told me to play. Just one note, just try. I remember lifting the bow with hands that had punched through concrete and watching them tremble. But when that first sound came out low, cracked, imperfect, it was like I could hear her again. Her laughter, her lullabies, the way she used to hum while making pancakes, that's when I understood. She didn't die a victim. She died a hero. She died doing what she always did, protecting others. Giving love until her last breath. And this violin, it wasn't just an instrument. It was her voice, her spirit. Tonight, I'm not here to win. I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm here because there's a little boy still inside this suit, and he's holding his mother's violin. And after all these years, he's finally ready to say goodbye. So if you'll listen not to Batman, but to Bruce, I'd like to play you the song she used to play for me on rainy days. The one she said was written by a mother for a son. And the one I never had the courage to finish. Until now. He raises the violin, bow trembling. Then slowly, gently, he begins to play a haunting, beautiful melody that floats across the stage like a prayer. The lights dim, the audience is frozen, many in tears. Judges silently watching, hands over hearts. Batman's shadow stretches behind him as he plays the final note, holding it just long enough to feel her with him. Then, silence. He lowers the violin, and in a whisper, almost broken, he says, "I love you, Mom. Thank you for making me brave."